It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams. Coming into this one, somebody's going to get back to 500 here in week 4 as away we go. Escapes the defender. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive one today.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. Shoots away from one. There he goes on the right side. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome a quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. This makes it up to the 25. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if there's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here on the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate or force your hand early.
Shotgun now for Love. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd.
Love on 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is great. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 23 on that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Falcon first down.
From the gun, it's Hall. This is ahead for about 5. One stopped by Upton Stout. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
A gain of 16 yards.
Love now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Takes the handoff now low. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Another Falcons first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And they will score a touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest, but man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talking about getting the quarterback in the rhythm, right? Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and to finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Throwing now off the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
He's going to throw it. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. Fourth down coming up. He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. A more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Love from the gun. He's going to keep it this time. They're going to love that, partner, as Love slides down after picking up the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
And the Falcons first down.
Throwing on first down, Love. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Second and 10.
Here's Hall running his own read. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. So now here's third and 5. Love out of the shotgun. Launch this one up, looking deep to the right side. The coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down. Falcons getting ready for the punt. J.K. Scott will kick it away. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
A loss of 6 brings up second and 16 at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
At the 14-yard line.
Driving dire straits. It's third and 9.
Brings up third and 9.
Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up fourth and long. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year. It's Breece Hall hurts on the play. They'll come up on first and 10. To the air with Love. Complete out to the right. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
That's another Falcons.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give on second to Hall. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. And it brings
Love
up
now to throw. For the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision. Jake Elliott's on now to attempt this field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
a 24-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Showing a little burst so far. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
At their own 34-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Off the play fake, he'll throw. As a man, Justin Jefferson. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13.
Take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. They send the tight end in motion. Love now. Short pass brought in. They don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
The Falcons first down.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. And that is the end of our first quarter. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. A give left side for Hall. He dodged the tackle. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Going to the ground again on first. He finds some space again. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. So we got to head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds his man. It's cracked. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Brings up third down and 3 yards
Love.
to go.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 12
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down.
Hall running between the tackles. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
Love looking to pass.
Brings up second and 7.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Air it out on third. This gets the first and more. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons make it a 9-point advantage. Jordan Love, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Now we're on the counter. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Finds him over the middle. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 1.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're left with 4th and short. Blake Gillikin on to punt. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Falcons send Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First down throw, here's Love. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
There's Love to throw. Hits him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and
On the sneak, it's Love. Loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
And the Falcons first down.
Play fake, it's Love. Grabbed by Besh, left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
That's another Falcons first
Here's
down.
Love. This one ticketed in by Kraft. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the out route, complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
6-yard gain on the play. That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10.
Love with it on first down. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Give to Hall on the draw. Didn't sell the draw enough, but he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction. Backs him up for 2nd down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making their running back feel the pain.
He's stopped at the 31-yard line. We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year. It's Breece Hall hurts on the play. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throw here, 3rd down. Catch made left side by Abuka. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down. Jake Elliott's on now to attempt this field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Elliott connects there. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. They go play action on 1st down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Walking back to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
3rd down from the gun. Oh, he's going to run for it. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Back to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They're going to try and throw it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 1-score game before halftime. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks get it back to within 6.
Seahawks 14.
Kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Starting from the 5. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons and Jordan Love set to take over again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Inside, this is a blue cover. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. Stick it in the air, Love. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Finds Abuka. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Throwing again. Love. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass comes. It's Hunter. And they're taken down right along the 30. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at seconds. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Loves to throw again. Looking underneath here. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. Elliott connects there, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Looking to throw. Lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. This return starts at the 5. Buys some space. He's past the 30. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
32-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They start the half and give them all. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now he's really manageable 2nd down.
All gets it again on 2nd down. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Motioning a tight end now. Love now on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's another Falcons.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. Space left sideline. And he's off to the races. Touchdown Atlanta. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Using the legs here. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
29. Seahawks, 14.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. Saw the lead, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
In the air here.
36-yard line.
That's caught. It's the rookie from Nebraska. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
1st and 10. He keeps it on the option. They catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Gets it to the 15. They take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. My partner up here is pumping his fist step to that one. That is how you run a to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
21.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
From the gun, it's Hall. Makes the tackle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, 1st down. It's a gain of 6.
They go right back to Hall. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. We've got an injury stoppage here, and no, not what any of us want to see. You remember the injury his rookie year, which Breece Hall hurts on the play. Love from the gun. On the move, headed right. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Love out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Kraft. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the well again. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now looking to throw. Running left side by Jefferson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
The Seahawks, 1st down.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Gives him holding up. They're able to drop him. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. It's his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
Gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down. He'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
From the contact. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now throw on 2nd and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Setting up to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. And all set now, 1st and 10.
That's a
to throw. It is Cup left side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
To Justin Jefferson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Into traffic, complete. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
That short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 2nd and 3 now.
Number 10. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons.
Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
At the 12-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Return to Mason on 3rd down. What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. They start the drive with Hall. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. It's a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Love now, off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield, down to inside that 45-yard line. So 1st down from the 41.
27 more yards. That's another Falcons first
Throwing,
down.
it's Love. He goes back to him yet again, complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
4 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Seahawks 21. Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be sky high right now.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10, so at the 28.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He's dropping back to throw. Dump off, caught by his back. Escapes the defender. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
And the Seahawks.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Another carry for it. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down. Throw here, third down. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds it beyond the marker. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Inside, this is Ibuka. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Love on 3rd and short. It's complete. This is Ibuka. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Defense is set. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. On 1st down, here comes Hall. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Love now. Short pass ball in. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Falcons grow the lead now to 22 points.
Seahawks 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Elliott set to kick off.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Working on 1st down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Now pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they carry on. That's one on the plunge up the gut. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Takes the 2nd down snap. To the right, hold in by Jefferson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Jefferson. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Pass complete. Screen play. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. And they'll turn it over on down as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. 1st down from the 42.
It's a turnover on downs.
Hall running between the tackles. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
2nd and 5.
Here's Hall once more. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Falcons nearing their 2nd win of the campaign. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Mason will try this one up the gut. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Well, that's not what the offense done. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Handoff now from the gun. And they only get a couple when they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down. Here comes him making his way out now. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.